episode. And this time we're doing a Zendikar Rising premiere draft, so that's best of one. Alright. So a couple things that stand out. Bubble Snare probably being one of the better cards in this pack. Relic Golem obviously goes well with the mill theme. That could be a early pick because it's a good payoff being in the mill deck. But Bubble Snares are just a little bit more versatile and keeps us open to multiple archetypes. So we're gonna snag that first pick. Nothing else really stands out. I mean, C4 Stalker is playable, Subtle Strike is playable, but there's nothing else that's really popping out. Lithiform Blight's not really anything I've ever been interested in playing. Alright, in black we've got a Feed the Swarm, which is good, removal. There's a couple good cards in green here. Nothing that really goes with Kicker, but we're not necessarily in that deck right now. Cunning Geyser Mage is a good card, especially in Kicker. I've yet to play this. I haven't played a white-blue party deck. I mean, drawing 3 cards for probably somewhere around 4 mana is really good, and gaining some life. There is a Core Celebrant here. We could pick that up and see if the Rogues deck's gonna be, or excuse me, the Cleric's deck would be open, but I think we're gonna snag this removal spell first. Let's see what gets passed to us. Alright, here's a Skyclave Geopede, which is a good landfall card. Riptide for Kicker. I mean, there is this double face card. I mean, that's definitely playable if we do end up in this color pair. There's also the Wizard. There's another the Ardent Electromancer here. I think we're gonna snag this Wind Rider and see if we can get into red Wizard's deck. There's a Chilling Trap that would go well here, and another Core Celebrant. I think we might. This isn't really gonna draw me into the Rogues deck, as it really doesn't do too much. I think we're gonna grab this Celebrant right now. I mean, this is pick 4, and we still have one of these coming around. Again, drafting the hard way. To what comes around. Alright, we have a Vanquish the Weak, good removal. Field Research is good card draw. Gloomhunter goes well in the Cleric's deck. It's a white wizard, we're not really looking to be any kind of white wizard deck. We're gonna just grab the removal here, since we already have 1 black. We're still pretty open right now. Well, here's a sign that Kicker might be open. Lol Mage is familiar. That's a great signpost for the Kicker deck. We're gonna go ahead and snag that. I haven't seen a ton of green. I mean, green Kicker spells coming through, but I think we're gonna snag that and see if we can get in this Kicker, blue-green Kicker lane. There is another Core Celebrant. There's a Mind Drain and a Glacial Grasp that I'm looking at. Scale the Heights is also playable. I think we might, as of right now, we have 2 good black removal cards, only 1 white. I haven't seen anything else besides this other Celebrant that would pull me into that. We have 2 good blue cards. Let's try to signal that we might want to get into this Kicker deck. Nothing much here. Prowling Felidar is good in a landfall deck, but we're far from being anywhere around that. we'll just grab the double-faced land card with the Vestwood fortification, because that's a pretty late pick for green. Here's a what is that one? Red green. We don't have any red cards, so I'm not looking to pull into that. I haven't seen anything that's red that's really open right now. Let's grab this. Excuse me. Grab this Might of Marasa, since it has kicker. And it's between Visionary and the Blight Blade. I think Visionary is just a more powerful card. And there's the Riptide coming back around. So this, I think we're in a pretty good position to take over. And there we go. There's the Blight Blade. Yeah, I think I want to grab that. This is great at stalling for a little while as we go up to be able to start casting these kicker cards. Delivery rate's not that great, but I think I would rather have it than some encounters. And there's another kicker card. I might not play that, but alright, what do we have in the realm of a blue-green kicker? There's a Reclaim the Waste, which might possibly come back around. I really like Skyclave Plunder, even though we're not probably going to be heavy into the party, but the card draw there is really good. Disruption, again, I mean, it can come in handy at some point, but it generally gets played as a land for the most part, unless you can counter something early. Deadly Alliance, great removal, but I think we're pretty far away from being in black. Yeah, I think we just want to get this Skyclave Plunder as the most powerful card in our colors right now, and maybe that Reclaim will come back around. Alright, here we go. A Roiling Regrowth. That is kind of alright for our deck, as we like to have a lot of mana to be able to cast these kicker cards, but that's kind of more of a landfall archetype. Reclaim the Waste also has kicker. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this Gnarlid Colony though, as it's a cheaper kind of kicker card, and I think we'll be able to get it at some point. And I'm a little late on creatures. All right, we've got a Kazandu Stomper. We have one double face lane card. There's another Colony and a Glacial Grasp. I do like Glacial Grasp, even if we're not in the mill deck. It can be a way to get in with combat, and also replaces itself. There's another Relic Golem, but I haven't seen any other payoffs for being in the Rogues deck right now either, so I'm not too concerned about not being there. Did I just... I think I just got auto. No, I got it. Okay. I'm talking too much. Oof. Thwart the Reeve. That's a really powerful black card. I'm not sure. I don't think we're gonna be interested in splashing right now. There's another Might. I'm gonna grab this Glacial Grass since we didn't... excuse me, since we didn't get it last time. There's a Nectar Pot. Actually, the Scythe Cat, it's a fine card, even though we're not technically in landfall, but that is a good card that can get out of hand, and it has trample. And I'm not really concerned about the next Gnarlid Colony or this double face card, as the spell part is not really anything special. And there we go, we're starting to get the payoffs for being in the kicker deck. Merfolk Falconer, great flyer, a 4/4 for 5 is, even if you're not in kicker, this is a good card, and it has a really good payoff for casting. Interesting. Oh, this is, for some reason, I thought this was the mill card for a second. For some reason, I haven't seen this in the mill. It's really just almost unplayable. It's standard. Not much in here. Honestly, when there's nothing else really that great, I like to even though I'm not going to probably play this, I like to pick the colors that we're in to just keep signaling that green is not open. This wizard's a good card. Plan cool. If not, you get a nice payoff. Here we go. Claim the voice. Sky Clip Sentinel so good if you can kick that. I'm gonna go. Let's see if we there. See, there's a reclaim. I think I'd rather have reclaim than destroy my lands. This is odd that this is. I've seen so many of these. I'm just gonna grab that. Man, Thor the Grave coming late too. I guess there might be a world where we splash black. Unlikely. Right. Into the Royals probably going to be the pick. The Belaged Recovery is also great as it's a double-faced land card. But I do think Into the Royals is a little bit better. If we had another really powerful creature, I'd be more inclined to take that. Taunting Arbor Mages actually perform pretty well as if you can cast this late game and have enough creatures, you can just attack all in and basically like giving all your other creatures besides one unblockable. Zim Royal Mage is really good too. But I think I really want to have this, especially at least get another bigger creature. Our curve is super big too. No, we got our hydro. We got that. We got a lot of. Oh boy. Well, I haven't even read what this one does. Split into the battlefield with +1/+1 counter on it for each. And it's meant to cast it. Whenever you cast a kick spell, you may remove 2 counters from. If you do, copy that spell. You may choose new targets. Man, there's a rabid. There isn't a world where this comes back around. I'm not super interested in that. It's basically gonna die if you use the ability, and it's only gonna come in. Oh, you can. Oh, it's X. Never mind. We'll grab that. For each mana spent to cast it, not different colored mana. And bam. That's what we were waiting for, folks. This is how it is supposed to work. Pack 3 is where you get the payoffs if you were in the correct seat. I mean, Raging Isle is also really good, but Roosted Drakes is the gem that puts this deck together, so we are going to snap that. That's a great pickup. There's a Bubble Snare for more removal. Wolf Mage's Domination is a really powerful card too. Not sure that's going to be playable. I've got reasonable removal. Just going to grab that. That is just a really powerful card. There's a Canopy Bailoff. That's a good 4-drop. I don't see anything else that interesting. There's the... You know what? I'm just going to grab this. Because it has Kicker, which is we are in, and I mean, if you do cast this kicked, I mean, that's gonna put a damper on the other player's deck for sure. All right, there's really nothing in this pack for us. There's a Reclaim the Waste. I think we have one of these. grab this big might not play that, but we got plenty of teardrops. Go another 2 of those, but we are gonna have to make some cuts obviously here. But honestly, I'm glad I did grab that with when we picked up the maddening cacophony, because that card allowed me to turn this on, and wow, another end of the road. Definitely snagged that up. We're definitely in the right seat with payoffs pack 3. And that's definitely where we want to be at, getting past some of the best cards in the set, like Roosted Drakes. Not necessarily this isn't the best card, but getting past rares that in your colored pair is great. Alright, so we're going to move over any of the, I think we just have the one double land card, no, the wizard. Let's see here. Definitely want to keep Bubble Snare. Shell Shield is a maybe. Clean the Wastes I do want to keep. We're going to just chuck this off for now. Deliberate, not that great. We might see about that. Glacial Grasp is kind of a maybe. Wind Rider. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery, you may draw a card. If you do, discard. That's fine. Keep from getting mana flooded late game. Scale the Heights is a maybe. Taunting Arbor Mage I definitely like, especially if we're in the kicker deck, and this can finish a game off pretty well. Scythe Cat I like. Familiar, obviously we're going to keep. Sentinel's great in the kicker deck. I think we're going to keep this as well. I think we can cut Visionary. Creatures are at 15. I forget, does that count this? I'm not sure. 16. Definitely keeping Falconer. Turn Timber Aesthetic. I don't think that's needed. We're at 14. 2 lands, so I can cut 2 lands if need be. Scale the Heights. I think we can do without. Glacial Grasp. I think we could probably do without. I want as many kicker cards. I want almost everything I have to have kicker because of Roosted Drakes. So, oops. I think I am gonna play Cacophony. It's got kicker and I mean milling 8 cards is definitely not fun. Is there anything in here that is kicker? Well, it's like the Shell Shield, but I'm not super worried about playing that. How many? 12 and 13. And this, I don't mind cutting the forest because Basswood Fortification I'm usually probably going to play as a land early on because I'm not too concerned with it. This looks pretty good. I might make some adjustments before we start playing, but yeah, this was a pretty good example of getting in the right seat, getting the payoffs for being in the right seat. And yeah, I mean, now how it plays out in the games is to be seen, but starting off with a deck like this that is highly synergistic is a good starting point to try to get those 7 wins in. So again, I hope you enjoyed watching the video. Again, this is Draft School, just trying to help players looking to get into draft being able to kind of see how a draft should work. This was a pretty good example of that. And just make sure if you like the video, to like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. You can also follow us on Twitch at Cape Fear Collectibles. And again, just like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and we'll have the play video out in a separate video if you want to check that out too. You guys have a good one, and I'll see you next time.